Meet ski coach Jan Bondra. He's dedicated to his job on the slopes of Poprad in Slovakia. But when the workday is done, he's ready to party.
Poprad is a party place. So we can party for 24, 36, even like 72 hours straight. If I was not a heavy drinker, I would probably be dead now. So yes, absolutely. Absolutely, I owe my life to Slovakian beer.
In preparation for yet another big party at their ski lodge, Jan set out on a beer run, which involved a long drive through the narrow, winding, snow-covered Slovakian roads. It was late when Jan finally arrived to pick up his order. 12 cases, nearly 300 bottles of strong beer. He loaded up the car and headed toward home. But just a few miles into the return trip, the long journey began to take its toll on a party-weary Jan.
So tired. I've been working and partying for weeks now, and I think it's safer if I take 5 minutes, just pull car over, take a little rest my eyes, like, so I do, yeah? I must have fallen asleep.
Jan fell into a deep sleep, and hours instead of minutes went by. And unfortunately for Jan, no one had yet noticed that he, along with his cargo of beer, was missing. Because back in the village, the party was well underway. His best friend and fellow ski instructor, Ivan Brakov, explains.
Because when he went, yeah, maybe 10 minutes later somebody else came with a beer. So it was a good night, just except, yeah, Jan wasn't here, so.
With his friends totally oblivious to his disappearance, Jan was alone and out cold in his car. While he was asleep, nature had cruelly crept up on him.
And when I wake up, I open my eyes, everywhere now is white. I open up the window, and I realize I'm trapped. I'm under like a huge mountain of snow.
Jan's car had been buried in a 25-foot snowdrift by the side of the road. The weight of the snow made it impossible to climb out. And with only a limited supply of oxygen, Jan began to realize his life was in danger.
I think I have to stay calm, stay relaxed. Now, this is what they teach me when I train to be a ski instructor.
Trapped in his car, he decided there was only one way to face his fate. If he was going to go out this way, he was going to have a party, even if it meant drinking alone. He didn't realize it, but Jan's kidneys and bladder were about to play a role in whether he would live or die.
Basically, I think if I'm going to die, at least I will die drunk. But by this time, you know, I'm feeling like I have to make pee. I don't really want to make mess in the car. So I figured I will pee out of the window, yeah? So I pee out of the window.
Resigned to his grim fate, Jan began to relieve himself out of the window of the buried car, trying at least to stay clean and dry. As he did, however, he noticed how quickly the snow melted.
I start to have an idea. I think maybe I can get out like this. And so I keep drinking, until I cannot take anymore, you know, until my bladder is about to burst. And so then I pee, and then drink more.
Jan was using his own urine to melt the snow around him. But is this really possible? We asked kidney specialist Dr. Matthew Hollins.
Yes, urine is produced by the kidneys, and then it's sent down to the bladder for storage. Now, when it's stored in the bladder, it's at 37 degrees centigrade, and that's a lot hotter, of course, than ice, which is at 0 degrees centigrade. But there's another, even more interesting characteristic of urine. Urine contains lots of salts, and that's really rather similar to the effect of gritting a road with salt to try and reduce the temperature at which the water freezes.
Luckily for Jan, there was plenty of beer in the car. He didn't realize how fortunate he was to have an alcoholic substance. Any other liquid may have spelled his doom.
But what's interesting about an alcoholic drink is it's not just the volume that's important, because, for example, if you were having a bottle of water, you would pass a bottle of urine equivalent out within a few minutes. But with alcohol, you've not only got the volume, but you've also got the alcohol itself, which acts as a diuretic and causes yet more excretion of fluid. So for every bottle you might drink, you could easily pass a bottle and a half of urine.
After almost 10 hours, Jan Bondra drank his way through 24 bottles of full-strength beer. He managed to continuously relieve himself out of the car window, eventually digging his way through 25 feet of solid snow.
After a little while, my hands, they break through the surface of the snow. And I see the morning sun come in through the hole. I was so relieved.
Did Jan literally drink his way out of a snowdrift? Is this story true? It's time to find out. Perhaps it was Eastern European ski coach Jan Bondra who, trapped under 25 feet of snow, relieved himself over and over on his way to freedom. Absolute nonsense. A similar story was circulated as an email joke and even reported as news in 2005, but it has never been confirmed. Urine is warm and will melt snow, maybe even enough to escape a snowdrift. But if you drank as many beers as Jan had, you'd likely pass out drunk, then die from lack of oxygen.